Hi, I'm Sabrina. I'm a hairstylist at Sanctuary Grooming Lounge, and I do balayage, highlights, haircuts, and treatments. So I wanted to do hair since I was really little. I used to cut my doll's hair when I was younger, and I used to cut my friend's hair in the washroom in middle school. I've been doing hair for 2 years, on and off, and yeah. My first memory of doing hair is my best friend's hair in middle school. I cut her hair in the washroom. That was the first time I did hair, and then after that I went to school for it. I was just cutting friends before I learned professionally. I cut her hair with like kitchen scissors in our school washroom, and it was just a straight, solid cut. We were just experimenting, and she let me do it. And I learned off YouTube. I learned how to do like solid cuts, and then I slowly started practicing. Then I watched more videos of how to layer, and I started practicing. And then by that time, I started going to school. So that's when I learned more technical. So I went to hair school. It was 11 months, and it was 9 to 5 every day, and I graduated with a hair diploma. So you learn theory, and you learn the basics, the chemistry and everything behind what you're doing, and then you also learn hands-on theory and practical. I've worked with many barbers for many years, and a lot of them are really young when they're starting, and they learn through experience, and they haven't been to school to learn. And I've seen them build really big clienteles, loyal clientele, and be really successful in what they're doing. So I don't think they need to go to school. So there's a lot of similarities between a hairstylist and a barber. I would say we both have to connect with our clients. We have to build loyalty. We have to build connections. We have to have a trust with our client. Service is one of the biggest parts of our career. Getting to know the client and customer service and all that is very important. Another similarity between hairstylists and barbers would be that our craft is art. So it's very personal to us, and everybody has their own way of doing what they produce. I would say differences, not too many. Yeah, I've been working with barbers for a really long time, 5 years. I just work alongside them. It's a lot more fun than working in a salon. They're really entertaining. They're so funny. They entertain my clients. I prefer it. I prefer working with barbers than hairstylists, because barbers are just a lot more of a easy flow, easygoing. They're not really in your business. They're not catty. They're not in your business. They're more very casual. They let you do your thing. Working with women was harder for me because it's a little bit more personal. And if they have any differences, it's brought into the work environment. Usually barbers, they don't really dwell on personal stuff. It differs. I feel I do find that barbers have a little bit more loyalty with their clients. Men do choose to only go with their one barber. However, with women, I think if a girl wakes up one day and she wants to get her hair done, she's gonna go get her hair done. If her stylist is not available, there's few chances she will wait. However, I feel if I build a bond with that client and I've seen her a couple times, then she will wait for me. My first client ever, she let me do her hair while I was in hair school, and she let me put lightener on her hair. So, it's very rare that sometimes they say that your clients will turn into your friends before your friends turn into a client. However, with her, she was so supportive, and I'm blessed that a lot of my friends have become loyal clients and they don't go to anybody else, and they support everything I do. Whereas if I post something, they're posting it and they're always supporting. I think barbers would assume that hairstylists are maybe just catty. I'm not really sure, because I've never really worked in an environment where there's both barbers and hairstylists. So we haven't really discussed it much. I think barbers just don't really care. And I think hairstylists really admire barbers, a lot of us, because it's hard to do what they do. It's not as easy as it looks. And I think vice versa. I think both of them appreciate the craft that we're in, because it's harder for you to be a barber and then go into hairstyling, and then be a hairstylist and go into barbering. Yeah, I do think I could be a barber if I wanted to. It's just a skill and I already have the idea. However, I just don't want to. So I don't think I would ever. With barbering, it's it's like an art and it's hard to perfect unless you're doing it many times. So if I wanted to, I feel I could, but I don't want to. Bad. I don't think a barber would be able to do a balayage just because like some of them have difficulty with longer hair, and just like even like the difference of like combing it out and how they approach the situation. And like even if I get a barber to help me blow dry while I'm working, just the way they do it is a little funny. So I try my best to make sure they're comfortable, that they have everything they need. Sometimes clients are sitting for very long hours, so I always ask if they need anything while they're there, and make sure that they have connection to Wi-Fi if they need that, if they're working while they're getting their service done. And at the end of the service, I always let them know throughout as well if they're unhappy with anything, to feel comfortable enough to let me know so that I can make those changes so that we are on the same page. Yeah, I do feel like being a hairstylist and therapist, because I feel people sit down and they load everything they've had in their week onto you, and you're just there to listen, like a listening ear. So balayage can take a couple hours. However, throughout, even I've said this so many times, I don't really feel like I'm working, just because I'm enjoying what I'm doing and I'm like talking and chatting, and you're kind of like meeting a new person every day. So it's like at the end, you're still getting paid like a lot more than you would be working like a regular 9 to 5. I don't feel like I work like a whole shift. Yes, I think now it's 2023, but there's so many, as a woman or a man, like you can do either. I don't think there's really like, you have to be a man to be a barber. I've seen a lot of good women barbers, and I've seen a lot of good men hairstylists. So I feel like there's no really, in the industry, it's all like, in this industry, it's about expressing yourself. So I don't think there's any type of like stigma against like gender roles and like whose hair you're doing. I do think barbers and hairstylists think the same. I think that both of us we are our biggest critics, and I feel like that we try our best to make sure that everybody is happy leaving the shop, and that you do a good job at the end of the day in your craft and whatever you're doing, and that you're able to optimize how much money you're making in the day as well.
Hey, how are you? My name is Zach, and I'm working on uppercut. I decided to become a barber. That was my favorite thing in my life. Like, I like to be a barber. It's a fun and technique. It's been like almost like in Canada, especially 5 years. There's a lot of different things between us and the hairstylists. They do more jobs over there, like legally, like do the colors, and we don't do color here at the shop, you know? So two different things. Do what they want, like ask them with conversation, be a patient. Mostly I got these two guys, they taught me more stylish here, new style. Because I was from back home, I was living in two different countries, one in Canada, one in Iraq. I was taught from my master back home. He taught me everything here, but different stylish. Compared to the Canada, it's way different. I got learning more here. Depends on person, like how much smart, right? If you're smart, you learn faster. Like you learn soon. But if you don't like the job, a lot of problem in your mind, you're not gonna learn nothing, right? But if you like the job, you come every day to work, you're gonna learn faster. 20 to 25 minutes. Depends, like, you can do fast, but it's not gonna be a nice job, right? Take your time. Double check it every time, watch the mirror and do whatever you can do. Try your best, don't rush. It's just the two different things. They do more job at like a barber way more better than them. We do shave and cuts, They don't do that at I don't know. I'm not pretty sure. Maybe they do, but barbering more stuff like shaving, braid hair. You know, like a stylish. They do color. We don't do color, right? They do more things like they cut long hair. We are just faded. You know, fading, shaving. That's it.